Hello. Hello, everyone. Um, we're here. We're going to keep doing this thing in the backyard with all these bugs. It's kind of fun. So, welcome, and we're going to play some. It's a new system that we just started last week Band of Blades. It's an evil hat. So, make sure and check it out. If you don't know Evil Hat, then you don't know RPGs, I feel like, in this day and age. But yeah, Band of Blades is kind of a variation of the Blades in the Dark. So we're gonna go on with that. Keep going with the. Hopefully nobody gets squashed this time, but we will see. But I'm gonna give this over to Michael. It is all yours, sir.
All right. Hello and welcome to. Let me just getting everything set up real quick here. Welcome to World War Bug, the epic insect military saga that takes you through a massive conflict, one teeny tiny battle at a time. This is episode 2 of our first arc, The Great Backyard Offensive. The episode is entitled War in the Mud. We've got some of our regulars here. We've got some very special guests who'll be joining us, I think, for the next episode as well. We're sadly missing one of our recurring players, but he should be back next time. So let's go, before we introduce our characters and everything, let's go ahead and meet the players. So tell me who you are, and you can mention your character's name if you want to, and then we'll get right into it. Starting with Nick.
Hey, I'm Nick. I, once again, I'm back, and I'm once again, for the foreseeable future, playing Corporal Sven Day, the Hawkmoth Scout.
Very cool character. Excited to see him in action. Also joining us, very happy to have him here. It is Patrick.
Hello, I am Patrick. I am playing Sergeant Acton Lucano, the soldier ant soldier.
And let's introduce one of our special guests. She's been in Time Tabletop before, always happy to have her here. She also designed the amazing World War Bug art and posters that you see behind me right now. And she is my very own sister, my flesh and blood. Welcome, Jenny.
Hello. Do we do the two characters that we're playing, or everyone only introduced one?
That's fair. Just introduce however many you want, because we'll introduce them like within the fiction of the game.
Okay. I'll be playing Viscount Vincent Evergreen and Lady Loretta Evergreen. They are both leaf bugs.
Ooh, very cool. And I must say, the background, the outfit, it is.
A little bug ear.
Oh man! Wow. It is very very appropriate for this bug focused RPG.
And my assistant is still dillying and dallying, but they will be playing Elmwood Kane and Ringo Rolsby.
Very good. As long as they're not chillying and shallying, none of that's allowed. So, this is World War Bug. We are playing Band of Blades, a Forged in the Dark game that is extremely well made, but I have changed it around, messed it up to put it in this like suburban backyard insect World War I scenario. So any errors, problems are me not understanding the system, or issues with changes, not the game itself, which is perfection. And I do want to do an actual, with the authentic Band of Blades experience, because it is a great game, and it suits this idea I had like perfectly. So I'm going to go ahead and do a quick introduction recap, and then we'll sort of use that to introduce the characters. So this is from The Mid-Afternoon Waggle Dance by Buzz Peachtree. A new and terrible development has occurred in the backyard front of the war that has ripped through the Bloom household and the surrounding woods for the past 2 terrible months. Just yesterday, the forces of Hillington launched the massive Great Backyard Offensive, their bold bugs driving straight into the thorax of entrenched Nessenheim positions. But those rusty Nessenheim bugs held their ground, and while some territory was gained at great cost, the attack failed. Some of the fiercest fighting occurred around Lollipop Wood, where the Greenleaf Guards, now truly earning their regimental nickname of the Bloody Greens, repelled a Nessenheim counterattack and claimed the Lollipops as their own. However, they suffered a terrible cost. The colonel, veteran Ant Washberry Jones, was killed when a stray pebble round disturbed a Snickers bar meant for rations, crushing the old soldier instantly. Now, new command staff has arrived from Hillington to lead the Greenleaf Guards in the next chapter of the war. And what a chapter that will be! You see, the best laid plans of bugs can become undone in a single moment thanks to an act of man. One such act has occurred in the backyard, hampering friend and foe alike. Dr. Bloom's husband Jeremy forgot to turn off the sprinklers. Those sprinklers spewed water all night and morning, transforming the battlefield into a hellish mass of sticky mud. Will the Hillington Expeditionary Force succeed in overcoming this muddy terrain? Or will the Iron Kaiser's ants clasp their mandibles upon victory yet again? Let's speak to some of the Hillish High Command and see their view of the progress of the war. You there, sir. Got a moment for a humble reporter from the United Hives. And Patrick, I think this is where Buzz Peachtree, a bee reporter from the United Hives, which are so far neutral in the conflict, is talking to you.
Yeah, you see there's sort of a large, sort of ephemerally green-winged moth. These large two antennae sort of fluttering in the wind, kind of like, feathers in a cap, as it were. Yes, I'm Major Atticus Luna. I am the marshal for this new group of soldiers here. Sorry, could you repeat your question?
Well, since you've just joined the conflict, just taking command of the Greenleaf Guards, how do you see the offensive progressing?
Well, I see the offensive progressing greatly. With the capture of the Lollipop Woods, though some minor setbacks with this unfortunate watering, as it were. I feel very confident we can hold our position and allow gains across the line towards a more advantageous position. So, of course, those Bloody Greens did a very good job yesterday.
Yes. You've heard it here first, folks. The ants, the Hillington ants, are undaunted. Let's speak to some of the other soldiers here in the High Command, and then Nick, he'll call over to you.
So he sees a kind of very stylish-looking leafcutter ant, but you can tell that he's sort of like got some stress going on him, and he's looking a little haggard. But he's like, "Oh, apologies for not noticing you there. Lieutenant Colonel Barry Leafcutter at your service. I am the quartermaster for this new group. Happy to be of service."
Vitally important. They say an army travels on its stomach.
Of course, yes. That's definitely something that I'm here to do. Supplies and food.
Understood. And how are the supplies? And the aphids, everything that an army needs to move.
Of course. We're doing okay. We're running a little low on supplies at the moment, but I think we can scrounge a few things here and there from... I have been known to be very resourceful, and but can never be too cautious with things as well.
That's Hillington optimism. Very appropriate. And Miss, the leaf bug there. If you have a moment for a humble bee.
Oh, you could see me? Oh. People often mistake me for a leaf. but I'm not. I am a leaf bug. Pleasure to meet you.
Your
Well,
camouflage is excellent, ma'am.
the war has been well, just a ball so far. My
That's
dear
the ball,
cousin
folks.
is an officer. He sends me letters every day. I'm sure it's just so splendid. We're taking ground, and I love hearing news from the front. It's just great poetry, I'm sure, is being written.
Yeah, the great poetry. Certainly. Well, best of luck to your cousin as the war goes on.
Oh yeah, thank you. I'm a leaf. Don't look at me.
Oh, I certainly won't anymore. And then, finally, I see a very scholarly-looking dung beetle there. What's your name, sir?
You see Ringo leaning on a big ball of dung with like little pamphlets and scrolls written on fortune cookie like papers like hanging out of it. Hello. Ringo here. Is this being broadcast live?
Well, I'm actually going to go back to the hive and dance it out. I'm a bee, so we communicate news through doing a waggle dance. So I'm going to do an elaborate dance to have all
I
this
see.
news.
Yes. I understand. The war. I'm. Well, we are losing quite a few folks, but we fight the good fight. I record each and every one of them and let everyone know their sacrifices is not in vain. Their stories will be remembered. If my name isn't Ringo Rollsby.
Their stories, their sacrifices will be remembered.
Yes.
Well, as this great backyard offensive grounds on, as the sprinklers, the water descends from the heaven, we will see how many sacrifices there are. This is Buzz Peachtree dancing the news to you. All right, so now that we've met our command staff, let's go ahead and do those special command roles. This is a special thing that Band of Blades has. Very cool. So everybody's actually playing two characters. They're the soldiers in the field, and they're the general strategizing back in the base. So right now, you guys are back behind the lines instead of the high command's encampment, just like tunneled, maybe like lightly covered with some bark and some fallen leaves. There's bugs crawling everywhere, scrambling everywhere, bringing news from the front. It's a buzz with information as you guys plan out what the Greenleaf Guards will do. So I think we'll start with the commander. And currently, kind of missing a commander. I think Garrett might be taking that role, but we'll have somebody sub in for that in the meantime. Patrick, did you say that you would like to be the commander for now? Oh, Patrick, I think you're muted there.
I am, aren't I?
No worries.
I won't specifically define who the commander, what they look like, their name. I'll leave that up to the person who actually will play them. Let's see.
Okay. So I will say advancing.
Yes.
Okay. I would say we haven't advanced just yet. So we'll sort of hold that until I think next mission. We'll kind of introduce that thing next mission.
Of course.
At the time, I don't think we're gonna do necessarily for this campaign. That's a feature that is more for the Band of Blades, which is like soldiers in an even more desperate situation than the ones here, against like an undead horde. I think we can definitely do intel though. Which
yes.
I will say.
There is pressure. I don't know if we want to establish that just yet. Because it says when you advance, you roll pressure minus horse use spent, and then add time below. I mean, I guess if that's relating to time, then we shouldn't really worry about that.
Yeah, I don't know if necessarily do pressure. It makes sense for this campaign. I can
Certainly.
definitely see the intel though working.
Okay.
Okay, so I would say from last mission you guys gained 1 intel. I think the spy can add to the intel as well. Is that right, Jenny?
Ooh, ooh. where
Sorry,
would you
I'm checking
see
out the spy.
that? Spies can add. I can do +1 argument on mission. I can add supply. I'm not sure where it says
Okay, so it's not really intel. Okay, makes this no problem.
Investments.
Right,
yeah,
so intel is something only the commander. Okay.
Research.
Right. We'll say the intel is. I think the intel is something only the commander worries about.
Yeah.
I would say so far from the last mission, you guys gained 1 intel. You it was like 1 major attack against the enemy. You battled like the chain link grenadiers. You clashed with them, and you saw some of their bombardier beetles in action. But that was really it. So, would you like to spend some of that intel, or save it for the next one?
Definitely think I'm gonna hold on to it. I think that might be the best option for now, since you only have 1. But we do get to ask questions based on that, or I guess ask a question based on that.
Right. Well, I think, do you want to pick your mission first, and then you ask it?
So it says you pick it. You actually ask a question before you pick the primary and secondary mission.
Oh, right. Okay. And I think we're just gonna do the primary one tonight.
Certainly.
But yeah, let's go. Go ahead and pick. So you have +1.
Yes. I'm gonna ask, what might be a weakness of an elite we have encountered? You know that we encountered the sort of bombardier beetle.
Ooh. So one you haven't. Okay, so we can.
No, we have encountered. We have encountered. I think.
So what one that you've met before? So you're saying you haven't encountered, or one that you have encountered?
One that we have encountered.
Right. Okay. I mean, so far the only elites you've encountered are those bombardier beetles.
Sure. I mean, is there any more weakness beyond sort of the when they have to sort of reveal themselves to fire out their acidic blast, or any other weaknesses beyond that?
Right. Okay, I'll say they're vulnerable to being blinded.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, unlike a lot of bugs who can sort of, if their senses are disabled, they can generally figure stuff out. These guys cannot aim their acidic blasts if their senses are disabled.
Wonderful, useful information.
Ooh, ask questions from the 0. Nick is a very good question. I'm not sure if you can ask one from the 0 list as well.
Well, I noticed that on the 1+ list, it says you can also ask these, and then on the
I guess it is if you hold +0
yeah,
and
also,
you ask that, and then
you ask one, and then you hold 1+ until you also ask one of the following questions.
Yes. Yeah. So you can ask a +0 question too.
Certainly. What's the highest threat we can expect?
Ooh. Okay. For this one, I would say threats of a level 2, definitely tougher than your first mission.
Okay.
There will be some more elites deployed, I think.
Either more bombardier beetles
tell
or
that-
something of equal strength.
Absolutely. Nessenheim, you're digging into areas now they've entrenched pretty firmly, and they're bringing up some of their more elite fighters to plug in the gap.
Okay. Good to know.
All right. So now, picking the mission, and then we'll move on to the other ones. This is the last thing the commander does. All right. So for this part of the Great Backyard Offensive, there is a supply mission, a recon mission, and a assault mission.
Ooh.
I can give you more details about those if you'd like to.
Kind of more about the recon mission.
Ooh, okay. So the recon mission is that when night falls, you're going to assist the upcoming. You're going to gather information about the enemy strengths and weaknesses. By as soon as night falls, you have to leave your trenches and the Lollipop Wood, go into No Bugs Land, and get some prisoners from the enemy camp. So you have to make it across, capture some prisoners, and bring them back alive for interrogation.
Okay. And then the other you said were assault and supply.
The assault one is they need you to guard tunnelers who are trying to tunnel under the enemy lines. This is all just to prepare for a major offensive on the Bouncy Ball Redoubt, a big chunk of earth where a bunch of bouncy balls landed.
Okay, good cover, bouncy.
Yeah, so the assault one is that they're gonna try and tunnel under, get right below those bouncy balls, and then pop out. So you'll be kind of guarding the tunnelers.
And then participating in the assault.
Yes. And the supply one is that they've got some new technology, some new vehicles have arrived. The Hillington's engineers were able to transform a bunch of old Matchbox racers and Hot Wheels cars into armored fighting vehicles by giving them some little pebble launchers and splinter guns on them. They're called clanks because of the noise they make as they kind of bounce their way across the battlefield.
All of these sound like so
And-
much fun.
Well, the clanks will come. The clanks and the tunneling will come back. So don't worry if you don't pick the one you want. They'll return. And that one, there's some jelly beans that have fallen recently. They want to capture.
Got it.
Give some more supplies.
I'm trying to think. I don't know Viscount Corporal's abilities just yet. I don't know how well they are how well they are on stealth, because I know that stealth hasn't really been a strong suit of our group yet.
Right. I mean, Spin Day is pretty stealthy. You got a good
It's pretty
scout there.
Yeah.
stealthy.
Sven's got some
But
movement.
yeah,
I don't
But
know
we
about
got-
the rest of us.
yeah, we do have a heavy as well,
Yeah.
which I think you take away stuff from stealth.
I think trying to think of a way to utilize all of our abilities the best. We have an officer and a heavy.
So I can get a lot of assets. That's kind of what I built my character to do. I have the strategist thing where I can acquire assets, and then I get the way that I don't know. What does it say? I can roll sway to do the quality of the assets, and I have +3 in sway, and then plus an additional D because of the strategist skill. So I can roll 4 to get pretty high quality gear for
Yeah, actually, I
whatever.
kind of like that idea for the recon. Actually, I think this might be a good group comp for recon.
Yeah,
you get a lot of stuff.
I don't think I necessarily punish stealth. I'm not good at it, but I don't punish
my
it.
character really doesn't punish it either.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go with the stealth mission.
Ooh. All right. Sounds good. So we got the mission. You guys are kind of preparing as the day goes on. Battle's still raging up and down the line. But now we know that as soon as night falls, you guys are going off into the darkness, into the mud. Okay. Let's move down to our marshal, which I think Patrick, that's you again.
It's also me, yeah. Me
Just the way
again.
it turned out. Yeah. That's okay.
This should be at least largely easier.
Right. So we really only have kind of the one squad at the moment, and we know what specialists are going because we're kind of still starting out. So we haven't made too many different specialists.
Yes. Is everybody on the mission oath sworn to the Legion?
Ooh. Okay. I would say at this point, yeah, morale's pretty high.
Yeah, I would agree. I'd say so as well. We didn't spend intel on this.
Ooh, okay.
Is
So
everyone on
not
the
taking you
mission
there.
a specialist or a soldier?
No, some rookies are going with you.
Do any legionnaires distrust the leadership or not fear them enough to obey orders on the?
I would say at this point, no. Like
Yeah.
most of, I mean, you guys have been, I mean, except for Barkley, you kept everybody alive. And a lot of them, like, you know, and the newbie Cuthbert Cabbage is still pretty new. He doesn't know not to trust you or to trust you yet. So I would say not there.
Okay.
Okay. Next one.
And then, are any required specialist equipment not on the mission? I don't think that.
I think well, let's see. We got the scout, so I think that does handle stealth. So I think you're not going to take -1 there.
Cool. And then specifically for recon missions, has our quartermaster spent any horses to equip the mission?
I can.
All right,
probably. I don't know.
Okay.
That'll be the
It
next thing.
would just add a die, but again,
Yeah.
we're
Well,
just
it's
going
one of
through
those.
no man's land.
I'm not entirely sure like what kind of materials we have at the moment.
Yeah. So,
So-
I'll ignore that one for now.
Okay.
Are any of us starting out with a heavy load?
I'm gonna go light. I also have my special ability gives us +1d to engagement rolls.
Awesome.
Nice.
So I have
add
no
a-
negatives.
Add a die, maybe.
I have 2 die and no negatives. Okay, let's see. I got a critical. I rolled 2 6s.
Very nice.
Whoa. Oh man. All right, you overcome the first obstacle and are controlled position at the next.
Dang, too bad we're not
Nice,
running
okay.
a secondary mission.
Yeah.
One of them would have got promoted.
Okay. Well, I mean, maybe we
I'm
could,
kidding. No, it's
we'll
fine.
s-
it's fine.
Yeah. Well, we'll try. Maybe I think I'm trying to roll that out next time. I think because there's a lot to go over here.
Yeah.
But love that idea that you guys are like, we'll have you starting like right near their entrenchments.
We'll have gotten
Uh,
most of the way across the no man's land.
Definitely, yeah. Okay. And then we already know what soldiers are going along here. Okay, so let's go to the quartermaster.
So I guess I'm supposed to track our supply.
Yeah. And starting material. So you get to have 5 additional boxes of them.
5 additional boxes of.
And yeah, you get
Okay.
how supplies were affected. I would say like it was we'll keep the supplies like as they're labeled there. So you get 1 food and then 5 additional ones.
Inspect the Oh, okay, so 1 box of food. And then, sorry, I'm having a little bit of trouble with sort of like, because it seems like the actual like supply is like a number of like things that I can spend.
Right, yeah. So pick 5. We're kind of figuring this out together. It says pick 5 additional boxes of material. And I think that's in. You see in the second page where it says material.
Okay. Yeah.
So you can you want to go with horses, religious supplies, laborers.
Yeah. So probably
I guess
should.
we can create other ones too if we want to have like our own.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
black shot, which we'll include too. Which I'll think of some as well.
Okay. So I guess. Horses, food.
All right, so go ahead and pick your where you want those 5 to go.
Wait, so what does that have to do with supply carts? Yeah.
So if you look at the supply, the food stores, there's the 3 dots extra afterwards.
Right. Okay.
It just means if you take a supply cart, we get an extra 3 per one of the food store.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Yeah, might as well have one supply cart.
All right, good idea.
And then, so that's, yeah, we'll do one food, one horses, one supply cart. Let's do one thing of the poison rounds, aka black shot, just in case.
The venom shot, yeah.
Venom shot, that's what it was. Yeah. Definitely don't want siege weapons.
Yeah, I mean they could come up later.
Yeah. So I've got 4 right now. And I guess we'll do now I've just don't want to do 2. No. We'll do a second box of food stores. Just
All right,
Actually-
very good.
yeah. And then I'm guessing we don't have any mercies or alchemists yet.
No.
Okay. Alright. Tracking used material.
Okay.
Tracking. Okay. And then would we do any of the campaign actions like resting and recuperating or liberty or anything like that?
Right. I think that's after the mission.
Okay. So we don't want to do
So
it
we'll do
like
that.
sort of in between the 2 that we did, like the one that we did last week and this one.
Yeah, we'll do like you can do it. I mean we can do it off screen,
Okay.
or we could do it like after we do the experience for the game.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it could be like the last thing we do. You can
Okay.
choose one of these cool options here.
Okay. I
Okay,
think
I think that covers everything for the quartermaster. Very good. Got some good supplies set up there. Okay, the lore keeper. Which,
Yes.
I mean, I think you're picking some values. Remember the Battle of Vettenmark? I'm not sure if that one necessarily matches our game. You're tracking the dead. Hey, we do have a dead. In our
Oh.
first mission, a young ant died, so you can go ahead and mark him down.
What
I got it
was
recorded in our Google Doc too.
what was their name?
But yeah, poor Private Pitt Barkley did not survive. Killed in action. Great backyard offensive.
Yeah, poor Pitt.
He will be remembered.
I know he was young. It was a tragedy, but he won't be the only one. So I think after like 4 of them, after 3 other insects join him in the graveyard,
Ringo gets to tell
you
the
get to have
story.
these things.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Hopefully we'll get to do that during your. I mean, I don't know. It depends how many insects don't make it. We'll
Yeah.
see. Okay. And then let's go to the spy master.
Okay, so I can assign my spies some simple assignments during the mission. They can either recover, help any wounded. Do we have any wounded?
Yes, we do currently have 2
Oh.
wounded technically.
Okay, it would remove the wounded condition.
I think that's for the spies though, I believe.
Oh, that might be. for the
Oh,
boys.
okay. Never
Yeah.
mind. What's this? Heals and recuperates. Okay. They can interrogate. Basically, we get our spies sent on a mission and can answer a question from any list whenever the missions are presented. So we can blackmail, which will help us on asset rolls, or we can help, and they can do +1 to a long-term project. I don't really want to do long-term project one because we're only playing for one game.
Yeah, I don't think nobody's started any long-term projects.
Do
you could
we
definitely
want
do-
to get more intel on the mission? Do you think that would be
Sure, I mean, that's always useful.
okay? Great. I will have. Oh gosh, what are the bug names that you gave me? Lady Drakenfels, our dragonfly. I'm gonna send her to. I'll send her off. She is my master spy. Which I don't know if you get anything extra if they're master. It doesn't say anything. Does it? I don't know. Yeah. I'll send her to gather some intel.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess it means I get to ask one more question.
Yeah, from the command. I don't have the commander list. But...
I have it up. don't
Okay,
worry.
great. Yeah, so ask another question.
What challenges or problems are inherent in a specific location ahead, aka the enemy trenches?
Ooh, so sorry. Question one more time. It was a good question.
What
Just to make sure I
challenges or
pull-
problems are inherent to the location
inherent? Ooh, okay. So you know they got. Make sure I have the name right here. Go to our armament section. I say it. I might have not put it in the shared document here. You know they are going to have special fortifications around the entrenchments, which include cloth wire. So they're definitely going to have. By the way, because strategy skills. Ooh, okay. So they're going to have lines of floss wire strung around the tops of their trenches, which, like, unless you guys can find some way to cut through it, I mean, I would say, it might take a roll to do it if it's like under pressure, if you're being discovered, that could be an issue in getting through the wire. Otherwise, you can get like caught into it and then become a very easy target. There is also, that the Greenleaf Grenadier or the Chainlink Grenadiers are the ones facing you. They do have a squad of Fireflies has been seconded to them, which are very good at night fighting or at revealing night fighters.
Got it.
So, yes, those I say are the two biggest issues facing a night raid, a prisoner getting mission. Okay. So, are there any further questions, any further rolls before we jump into the action? All right, let's do it. So, we're starting right in that action. Thanks to that very good roll on behalf of our commander. Your squad of bugs. We got Corporal Sminday, Sergeant Lucano, Viscount Evergreen. I mean, he's got a military rank as well, right?
Oh,
he's a lieutenant.
officer. He's an officer. Well, I mean, my class is officer, but what's the highest one that you can pay for?
That you can pay
Oh,
for?
man, well, of course, yeah, you gotta
Lieutenant.
pay- Is captain higher than lieutenant? This is Michael's bad military knowledge.
Yeah.
No, I believe captain is higher than lieutenant.
All right, I'll be captain. I'll be a lieutenant.
Left,
You have to say that I'm a viscount. That's really
Lieutenant,
important.
please.
lieutenant.
Lieutenant Viscount Vincent Evergreen.
Right. So yes. So newly arrived, newly joined to the squad, Lieutenant Evergreen and Corporal Kane, along with some rookies. You guys have under cover of darkness, you left the new trenches dug around Lollipop Wood, crossed through ghostly no bugs land. There's the bodies of bugs who have fallen. There's strands of floss wire dangling about. You see just ruin, and the mud makes everything harder. Like every step you're taking, the mud is just like clinging to your feet, clinging to the bottoms of your bellies, to your uniforms. As like far above the sprinklers are still hurling their water, their droplets down onto the battlefield. But thankfully, no sniper spotted you. There were no flare shell or match head shells that were like shot into the air to reveal you. And you guys reached like a shell hole that is really close to the enemy entrenchments. So with maybe some just a little bit more to go, you see like gleaming in the moonlight and the water, the floss wire on top of their entrenchments, and then down below is where the enemy is. All right, so we'll pop right in. What are you guys doing?
Well, I'm gonna say that Kane is holding all my stuff.
Did we really need to bring the extra bedding, my lord?
Quite. If I do not have a good pillow, I shall have terrible dreams. Then how am I to command the ants?
Can we keep it down a little bit?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Fine, we shall whisper. So we need something to snip through this wire.
Yeah, I got something for that.
Ah,
Good.
I'm sure I do, but
Well, I would say so. Corporal Day, you're going with like a medium loadout, you think?
yeah, probably normal since I can still travel fast and quiet.
Right, normal. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, that includes like some some like shears made of like chunks of metal or glass you could try and use to cut the rope here.
Yeah.
So
And I've
go
got
ahead and give me a rig, or what do you think you would use for this?
probably I believe rig is the right one. It's talking about disabling and repairing mechanisms and traps and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So, I just
Okay.
recently updated my rig, so I have 2 dice.
Ooh,
So-
very cool. All right, and I would say, let me go down to the what describes this. I would say right now, like nobody spotted you. Good situation. So this is, I mean, we're not in a action roll necessarily. So this is controlled.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna say that one is. Yeah, that one's kind of cocked. So, yeah. That's a failure. It's a 3.
Well, it happened.
Yeah, it was a 3 and a 1.
Okay. So gonna be a risky opportunity. All right. Well, a risky opportunity is coming your way. So you're reaching over. You're like cutting this floss wire. What do you think? What messes you up?
So, I think it's just sort of like he got no offense to the newbies, but he's just like, what are these rich hoity-toity people doing in this thing? And like this is like going through his head, and like it's like, well,
Oh man, just a little distracted.
yeah,
Right. So I would say like as you're cutting it, some bad things happen. It's your first like click, kind of like it gets through the wire, and like as you're trying to cut it through, you hear footsteps coming down the trench, and you hear a bunch of like Nessenheim accented ants, kind of doing like sort of a. It almost doesn't look like a night patrol, just sort of like they're like getting up to go out, have like have a little midnight snack, take a piss, but it's just some bad luck that like there's definitely a few of them kind of marching below you, and if they continue unimpeded, they will certainly see you if you're still there cutting the wire.
Okay.
Can I rush out and like drag him back when I see this?
Absolutely. What move do you think you would do for this one?
I'm just going to just like quickly scramble across the ground and like grab him, and not like pull him all the way back, but just like grab onto him and move him away suddenly, because I probably could hear this interaction coming.
Right. Okay. So definitely risky.
Probably. Would you say this is a maneuver?
Oh yeah, I think so. It's like movement.
I will use my over-the-top ability. I'm going to clear a little bit of stress. If I can, and I roll 2 dice.
All right. Try and pull him back.
5 and a 3.
All right. So a 5. So you do it. You successfully pull him back. There's a consequence. Let's see. I'm gonna say you're gonna end up in a desperate position.
Yeah, kind of out in the middle
So,
of
like,
no man's land.
Yeah. So as you're pulling him back, you make some noise. There's like some scraping of carapace against the dirt, a little bit of soil, or it's like a squelching in the mud, loud enough for those soldiers to hear. Their Nessenheim conversation pauses, and then you hear them like pattering off, running to go get or something. You don't know if they're like running away, going to alert somebody, get some reinforcements over here, but they're now like they've certainly heard you. They've heard something out there.
Can I would like to use my channels to get us an asset.
Okay.
I'm a little confused on what an asset is. Is it just an item or is it like a person?
I think it could be either. Let me read the full.
That in like other Blades in the Dark games, it's like an asset can be. It's like more of a person, but I wasn't sure if this one is items because they have like standard items, but I don't know if those are assets.
Right.
So you
it's
acquire it
something-
in a flashback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something you could have had basically have set up ahead of time.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm just trying to figure out is that an what is an asset? Can it be anything?
I think so. I mean, I think it could be like if you're thinking it's like if you want to be a person, it could be a special soldier who like you're asking to be assigned to your squad.
Okay.
For this mission, it could be a special item, so I can see it being a person.
Okay.
Or a bug.
Yeah. So I kind of want to throw off suspicion. So I want to have another bug basically like go somewhere else and like set off a bomb.
Whoa. Okay. You think this is a bug from your squad, or this like it's another?
This could
from,
be
like, another
squad.
bug somewhere else.
This could be a squad bug.
Okay. Right. If it's in your squad, it would be probably you're telling one of the rookies to do it, which I don't know if you said. That would be you're ordering them to do something.
Okay, well I don't want
Could be
to do
discipline.
that. I want to use channels,
Okay, so it's not that. All right, so
which is
you're
requiring
asking-
something from a flashback.
Definitely. All right, so we'll go to that flashback. Are you approaching like
Which is like
an
the when
office,
you,
like a
just like in the flashback, I want to say like there's just a random bug, and I'm like, all right, so when we approach, I want you to be elsewhere, far away, and just set off a big explosion, and that way people will go over there and not interfere with our mission.
All right, we'll say this is his name is Captain Francis Fruitley.
Great.
He's with Princess Hyacinth's Stumpian Light Infantry.
Cool.
Yeah, so he's like another ant. He's from Stumpia. He's in this like stump that's in the forest, past the fence in the backyard. So he's a little more, he's a little more rough and tumble
A common
than
bug.
Hillington.
All right.
Yeah, he's like, well,
Tut,
it
tut.
can be done. All right, so you're gonna go ahead and roll sway for this.
Yes. Which I have 4 dice in. 1,
Incredible.
2, 3, 4. That's gonna be 6. And 2 4s and a 1, but a 6.
Okay, so it's not. Hey, 6 is super good. It's not the super critical, but
That's okay.
that's what counts. Yeah. All right, so that works. So he'll be like, well, if you put it like that, I'll see if any of my lads are up for a little bit of the old daring do. All right, so we cut forward to the night in question. You hear further down the line, everyone's like hunched over. There's a humongous explosion as like some pebble bombs are set off. Huge blast of dirt and muck going into the air. Big fireball, but it's further down the line. Lights start flashing over there. You hear a lot of like Nessenheim soldiers shouting, lots of bugs moving around, but suspicion has been thrown away from you. So now it seems like the way into the enemy trench is clear.
I'll wave at the
I
platoon.
will say, all right, Sergeant Lucano is leading them down.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other ones will follow you. I think Georgie is like, after yesterday's horrors, is barely holding it together. Cuthbert Cabbage is like, he's holding it together, but he's very scared. Dinger seems determined and ready. She's going along with you as well. So
I
all the
do have
rookies are going with you.
I do have 2 extra names if we want to include the full platoon.
Oh man, let's do it. Let me record these poor bugs.
I know.
Who do we got?
We have Private Aloy Barabek.
All right, let me make sure I'm putting it in
ALOIS.
the
I'll also type it in our chat too.
All right, I'll put in the other. So Private.
Aloy
Yeah, I'll
Barabek,
get
sorry.
it from the chat here.
And
Excellent.
Stuart Rosewall.
Oh man, so we got a Stewart.
We do have a Stuart.
Okay.
Both privates, obviously.
Now is that Stewart spelled like stew? It is.
It is, yeah.
Good choice. No, if any listeners have named Stuart, they're great too. We love all our Stewart listeners, no matter how their names are spelled.
Indeed.
All right, Stuart Rosewall. Yes, they're in the mix too. Okay, they all jump down in the trench. So, good news is most of the attention is away from you. Bad news is because of that, there's not really anybody to take prisoner. You got to go deeper into the trench. You can go just like further down, or you do see there are some like sort of tunnels leading kind of under the earth. If you want to try and like, it could be like bunkhouses, could be places where equipment, ammunition is. If you want to go try like looking there, or you can try scouting around to see what's in the area.
I could do some scouting. Yeah. I think doing
Okay.
some scouting would be a good idea. See if I can redeem
All right,
myself.
this is definitely risky.
All right. So I do have Infiltrator, which is when I gather information through clandestine observation or attempt to bypass or traps and security measures, I gain potency, which I'm still not entirely sure what that means, but
Potency. Okay. Yeah, I actually. Potency, the factor considering particular weakness taking extra time or bigger risk for the influence of strange powers. Ooh, okay, so potency, I guess, is like things that are just more effective.
okay. So,
Yeah, I would say that the effect of this is going to be going up one.
Okay.
Depending on
Cool.
how well you roll.
come on. Yeah. That's better. Got the 6. The other one was
Nice.
a 2.
Ooh, all right. You do it. Okay. You do see further down the line there is one of those sort of tunnels, kind of like bunkers built into the earth. There's like some toothpicks sort of holding it up, chunks of toothpicks, and you see in Corporal Day, you can peer down there. You see there's like some light, and you even hear a little bit of music.
Okay. So there's definitely people in the bunker.
Yeah.
So
Are these our people or are they?
no,
other
no,
players?
we're in enemy lines
They're
here.
100%, yeah, they're 100% Nessen. You're all in Nessenheim trenches right now.
Okay, so we're trying to get our prisoners back.
No, you're trying to capture them as prisoners.
Yeah.
We're trying to take a prisoner.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, this is
Okay.
not a rescue.
No.
great.
You're capturing them.
Okay, I misunderstood. Oops. All right. I'm gonna do the channels thing again and do a flashback. Where in my possession I have one really big net. I got a big net.
A big okay. Not I was thinking like a butterfly net, but that would not. You can't like hit somebody with a butterfly net and capture them. This is like a throwing net. Like
Yeah, like well,
think of it.
I'm kind of imagining a butterfly net.
Yes, that's what I imagined at first because we're dealing with bugs. That's not
But I
what we're
can't-
dealing with.
But I
here.
can't do that.
Oh, that's what you were thinking?
Not
Oh,
allowed.
you know what? Sure. Maybe it is a giant. Maybe it's like a big butterfly that you can go like woo and try and capture somebody with.
Yeah.
Like a Lego butterfly net.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, let's see what happens. Go
All
ahead
right,
and
well,
roll
I'm a rolling
your
sway.
sway here.
Yep. Which again I get foreign, so
hmm
sorry, Michael, for okay.
Can I assist with this?
Shit.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's a good question. You can always assist. You spend stress to do so.
So when I assist someone, their push only costs 1 stress.
Right. Okay.
Hmm.
So
you could
I'll
do
take.
it.
So I'll take. It's 2 stress,
Normally 2 stress. But yeah, you would only take 1 then. That's cool.
or
Helping
So-
only
so. I
costs
think-
1 normally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, pushing yourself if you want an extra die.
Yeah, so I think I do the assist, and then they also, if they choose to push, they spend only 1 stress to push.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So I'll spend what is it? 1 stress?
Yes, for 1 die.
Okay, yeah. And then if you would like to push yourself, Viscount, it'll only cost 1 stress.
Great.
Mm,
I'll do that.
Okay. Well, let me see. Like Corporal Kane, how are you assisting? I will see this butterfly net.
Um,
Actually, it belongs to Lady Loretta.
Oh,
Like,
my cousin lent me this very large net.
it's in the huge pile of stuff that Elmwood is currently carrying.
Mr. Kane, could you present me with my net?
Of course, my lord. It's right in here. I think if you just look under the bedding and the pillows.
Thank you
right.
so much for. I mean, it is your job, and I do pay you, but thank you very much for carrying all of my gear. Being a leaf, I don't have a good place to put it all. My back is
Of-
shaped like a big
of-
leaf.
Of course, anything for you, Count
Oh.
Evergreen.
Thank you. You're always there for me, and I will get another dice. So
Wow.
I rolled
Okay.
5
5
dice.
dice. Go ahead and roll.
Let's see.
If you get 2 6s, that's a critical success, by the way.
I got a 5 at the highest.
Oh wow! All that and only a 5.
Yeah.
I mean, hey.
Hey, that's
sometimes
good.
the
That's
dice-
Google, baby. That's just Google. Dice roll.
Yeah, that's how the dice do it sometimes. All right. You have the net. The bad news is, Lady Loretta. I mean, sorry. Yeah, Lady Loretta was like showing it off to the other high command bugs, and it like got damaged. So there's like she managed to get a little tree sap, put it back together. But this Lego butterfly net, it will like do a swing, but I don't know if it will hold.
Oh, well, maybe someone else wants to give this guy a good whack. See, anyone?
If I would not mind if you need someone to swing it for you.
Go ahead and do it.
All right.
Well,
Here you go.
I think first things first. We need to get in there. Yes.
Oh yes.
Let's proceed down the tunnel then.
Do we recognize the music that they're playing?
Let me see. I would say a cultured leaf bug like you would. Let me see if there's a particular thing that you would roll for this. Do you think there is like
research maybe?
Yeah,
I can see research for this.
Good. Oh gosh, why is it PDF? Yeah, I have 2 in research. I'll roll.
Okay. This is still.
Oh,
I mean,
I got a 6.
This is controlled.
I got a 6.
Okay, you do it. Yeah, it's controlled. Yeah, this is like Nessenheim Imperial Waltz.
Okay.
So it's like very sort of dramatic, marching like oompa music. And it's sort of military. It's kind of like the Iron Kaiser is a good leader. He will bring victory to everything in the metal pile.
Right.
Now, Viscount, do you know when the best time to proceed down? Is there a bombastic?
Oh yes. During the drum solo, I think we should make our move. For they surely will be clipping and stomping about and enjoying in much merriment. I've been to many balls, and that was the time when everyone would just be all in a razzle and dazzle.
All right, so Elmwood will wait until the bombastic passage and then get down the hall quickly to snare a bug.
Okay. All right. The bombastic passage definitely like hides the pitter patter of your insect feet as you charge down the trench. You burst through the door, and you see this is like sort of a barracks area. So they got like a little tiny bed. They got some food lying around. There are 2 ants inside who are playing. 2 ants and a bark beetle. Kind of like a sort of large, kind of like very, very round insect. The ant was doing the drum solo, like playing on a little pin with some sticks. On the bark beetle had like a accordion made out of a like rubber band, and some other bits and pieces was kind of going. And yeah, currently, I mean, you're in a good position because like their hands are full of instruments. There might be some other. That's just like what you can see through the door. There might be some other bugs inside. And you have like a moment to act before they realize that they're just so surprised that like an ant in the enemy, or not an ant,
stick bug.
I'm blanking on what Elmwood Cane is. I have it written down here, of course.
Stick bug.
Yes, a stick bug in the enemy uniform has just burst into their home.
Things are getting
so
sticky.
Yeah.
Elmwood's gonna do what he does best and charge right in, and try to net the big beetle.
Okay, let's see if you can do it. What do you think you would roll for this one?
I'm trying skirmish here.
I would say so. Yeah, it's like a melee. You're swinging this net onto him, trying to capture him.
Also, I should say Elmwood is a gigantic stick bug. Like, he's very lanky, very bulky. That is a 6.
Any doubles?
No. Unfortunately.
That's still good. Yeah. You charge in, you swing the net down, and this poor bark beetle is just like You like covers his head and most of his upper waist. He's still playing the rubber band accordion, which lets out a terrible discordant burst of notes as it drops from his hands. He is crying out in pain and desperation. The other ant is going to attack you, though. So Ringo, you can do a resistance roll here if you want to. Otherwise, you are going to take some damage.
Yeah, 100% gonna resist.
Okay, he is swinging like he has a splinter rifle just in the ground. He's not going for the shot, but just like grab it and try and smash it into you to save his friend.
I'm gonna just try to slam his hand down with one of my appendages as I'm holding the other bug with the net.
Oh man. Okay.
Is this so a resist? Is this prowess resist?
Yes, you make the roll one of your character's attributes: insight, prowess, or resolve. Yeah, I would say
Right,
prowess.
Okay.
It's like, if it's physical stuff.
All right, I've got 2 of those. That is a 5. So I believe that's only 1 stress. That's how that works, I think.
Let's see if you rolled a. So it's 6 stress minus the highest die result.
So yeah, 5.
So you-
Great.
Ooh, that's pretty good. So you only suffer 1 stress.
Awesome.
Yeah, pretty good. Okay, so, yeah, like as he's trying to swing this rifle around, you just like shove his arm down, pin him in place. You do see there is a third ant in there though as well, who was like preparing dinner. He had like a big chunk of a gummy bear. Not the whole one. It could be a huge meal for an ant. But he was like chopping up this gummy bear with like a little knife made of like maybe a chunk of glass, and he sees you. You beat up, you netted one of his friend, you beat up the other. He's grabbing the knife and charging at you. I think at this point, Sergeant Lucano, Corporal Day, and Captain Evergreen, you guys have also reached the shelter. So what do you guys
I bet
do?
a bloody help would be nice.
I'll
Yeah. You do help.
I'm
The
okay.
other ant is now starting to scream like help, help!
I will go after the
shouting in the Nesson language.
I want to turn up the music.
They are playing with instruments. Unless you want to grab an instrument and keep playing, which you could.
Yeah.
I will go
Okay.
and I'll charge the one that's calling out right now and just attempt to crack him over the side of the head with the butt of my rifle.
Okay, bring him down. Wait, I think this would be. Well, what do you think this would be?
Skirmish.
All right,
Definitely
go for
skirmish. I'm gonna push myself.
it. Okay, I'm
Because
gonna say you are in. I mean, yeah, you're in desperate position now.
Yeah, that
Or
sounds
no,
about
no,
right.
I think it's still risky. I think it'll be if you're discovered, it's gonna go to desperate. I think this is still risky.
Okay. That's a 1 and a 6.
Oh man. Yeah, you just like you swing you're going with like using your mandibles to just beat him up.
Actually, no, I'm not gonna worry about my rifle. I'm gonna go and I'm just going to attempt to crush him with my mandibles. 'Cause I'm
Oh, man.
a
To, like,
larger
knock him
ant
out
than
or
him.
to kill him.
Oh, to kill.
Oh, brutal. Okay. Man, I give this guy a name and everything.
Well,
But hey, that's war. Look, he was just trying to play to do a little bit of drumming. You tackle him, smash his head with his mandibles. Insect goo splatters against the wall as he collapses. The poor bark beetle is like screaming even louder. The other ant is now like charging in with the knife. Corporal Day, are you in there too? Nick, I think you're muted too, by the way.
Yes, I am. No, yeah. Basically, I saw the sergeant go after the other after one guy, and I immediately veer off to the other one, just basically appearing from the shadows with probably a knife. I've got a hand weapon on my hand, so I'll just do a skirmish. I think I'm gonna push myself for this one since I've only got one in skirmish.
Oh man! All right, go for it.
So I'm running low on stress. Yeah. Oh no. It's a 3 and a 4.
Ooh. Okay. All right. Well, about to get desperate. You rush over to try and stab him with the knife. He is going to. He actually he slashes you. So you can do a resistance roll or take a. I'm gonna say 2 levels of harm. I mean, depending on armor, of course.
Yeah, I don't think I have armor in my current load. No.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say this is a prowess resist, which I believe I have 3 dice for that. So
Okay. Very good. Go ahead and roll that. The resist roll.
4, so 2.
Okay. Yeah, he takes a slice
Actually,
at you.
Okay, that will put me over into trauma, I think.
You want to do that, or do you want to take the injury? There's only 2 injury, which is, I mean, that's not nothing though.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I have to take it.
Okay. You can put like gouged thorax and like slashed leg. As he just like runs this sharpened glass across your body. Then he runs out into the trench, just shouting in Nessenheim. And you start hearing like more bugs a coming. Evergreen, you could still try and make some music to like distract them, but like it's only a matter of time until they come in.
So we are in a tunnel, right? And there's not like another way out of the tunnel. It's just dirt.
You do see a door at the end, but you're not sure where it leads.
Okay. I want to do a flashback.
Okay.
To doing a little bit of research on typical what was the name of this group?
Oh, Nessenheim.
The typical Nessenheim barrack arrangements. So that way I kind of know, like, you know, not architecture, I don't know, but that kind of thing. So I have information on that.
Ooh,
so
yeah,
I
very
will
good.
push myself for that information. Or flashback, so I'm going to take 2 stress.
Okay.
Let me mark that. Oop. All right. Well, with that, what is on the other side of that door?
Ooh. Okay. So you know that like it's a little stairwell leads up to the top of a bunker, or inside the bunker, kind of further up, where there's probably going to be like a twig emplacement or a pebble cannon of some kind.
Okay, great. I want to.
So some sort of heavier weapon there.
I'm gonna skedoodle up.
Okay.
Well, first I want to check.
The rest
I want to check on Mr. Kane and make sure that he's okay, because I know he got a little hurt.
Well, don't worry about me. I'm all right.
No, this is. I haven't seen so much blood before. You did a very good job.
I think Corporal Day's doing a bit worse than me, to be honest.
Well, he's poor. You're my friend. All right, up we go.
Let's see if I follow your orders next time. Oh, okay.
Why wouldn't you? I'm rich.
Now, let's just get done with the mission, then we can discuss who's in charge of who after.
Sure.
Corporal, stow it.
Well, it doesn't. I mean, at the end of the day, all about who has the money. Whoever wins, it doesn't matter. I just want a good story.
Right.
Okay.
Let's get down this hallway to that door.
All right. Up we go. I sure hope nothing changes my mind about the nature of war during many adventures.
As you guys are charging up, one of those bombardier beetles is the first one to reach the edge of the trench. So it like wedges, or hey, these bugs aren't its. They're he's and she's and theys. You know, these bugs are people too in this world. This bombardier beetle like smashes its. I said it again. Smashes his head inside and is like kind of lowering, or his whole body inside, and is trying to like curl himself up, lowering his tail to unleash a spray of acid into there and stop you guys. These rookies that are coming up last are like firing me with their rifles, but if they are not called away or like pulled away, they are probably gonna get hit by the resulting spray of acid from this bombardier beetle.
Elmwood is going to try to marshal them to retreat.
Okay, good idea. So what do you? Well, go ahead and what do you shout at them, and then we'll see how you roll.
All right. Let's get out of here. You're gonna get bloody acid in your eyes.
Marshall.
All right, let's see how you roll, Marshall.
That is a 2.
All right. Okay, so Dinger listens to you. She tries to grab Georgie, and she's like, "Come on, move it, bleeding idiot, move it!" But he is like still, he killed for the first time yesterday, and he is still kind of taken with the power of taking a life. So he is like just frozen there, working the rifle, firing again. This acid sprays all over him, and just like his whole like the upper half of his face just like dissolved. And this poor ladybug just collapses and dies, like twitching as the acid burns through his exoskeleton.
Oh God!
Ooh.
The other bug.
Maybe war is bad.
Private Cuthbert Cabbage also gets like he like trips over Georgie as he's falling back, and a bunch of acid goes over to him. Private Stinger like grabs him and starts pulling him back, but he is also badly scorched by the acid too. But Stinger does pull him like to the end of the tunnel there, and the bark beetle is like screaming and trying to get away.
What was the name of the bug that fell? Georgie?
Oh yeah, Georgie Speckles. He's a innocent ladybug.
All right, I'm adding his name to the annals.
Yes, killed in action, prisoner expedition. Resolved by acid. All right, but you guys are like, you're on the stair, you're getting up, but this bombardier beetle is still shouldering his way inside, spraying acid everywhere. What are you guys doing? I see Sergeant Lucano. Oh, you guys can always remember we can do this if there's like something you really want to do, and I'll make sure I get to you. So now we're kind of like, there's not really initiative for this, and we're like in the middle of the action right now.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to think what I want to do in this moment. Yeah, I think we should just break for the exit as best we can.
Definitely. Corporal Kane. I should say that because that last roll was definitely in desperate, you can mark 1 bit of experience for that.
Excellent.
Yeah, for prowess. Or not prowess, one that Marshall's in. Resolve. Yeah, okay. So I would say, yes, you guys dash up, but you still see the bombardier beetle is like charging up, coming up the stairs behind you.
Actually, can I try something? As we get to the top of the stairs, can I turn around with my twig emplacement? And can I try to wreck the area behind me.
Ooh, to like kind of make an obstacle that he can't get through.
Yeah.
Ooh, all right, very cool. This is definitely desperate, so be sure to mark experience. But yeah, go for it.
Okay. I don't have any ticks in rec, so I'm going to push myself, taking a trauma.
Oh no. So it actually, so you fill up your trauma?
I've filled up all my stress. I'm stressed out.
Oh no. All right. Hey, it's a stressful situation.
Indeed, it is. I think I'm gonna go with haunted.
Hey, two young bugs. You were supposed to take care of them. You didn't.
I mean, yeah, that's exactly what happened. I'm just gonna
In fact,
unleash.
I don't know if anybody even got Georgie's identity disc.
No one did, and I think that probably
he won't
upsets
even.
Lucano.
Yeah, I know. His parents aren't even getting a coffin. They're just gonna get a little note.
Yeah. That's a 4.
Okay. All right. I will say you successfully do it. You wreck it. The issue is because of the mud, like the whole area is weaker. So as you're just like unloading and blasting on the walls and the roof, it comes down a little closer to you than you expected. And your foot is like smashed and trapped under a big the area is closed, so the bombardier beetle can't get in, but your foot is now like stuck, so you're like trapped there.
I'm going to attempt to resist this.
Okay.
And I'm gonna burn a grit. So I can get myself 2 extra dice rolls. So I'm rolling with 4 dice trying to resist this, and to avoid the
Okay.
consequence. This is a 6.
Ooh. Okay. So that means you have to clear a stress.
It wasn't a critical.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, very good.
So I just
yeah,
managed to sort of pull myself out at the last
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah, as this mud like squelches down, closes the gap. But yeah, you guys, you all make it up. You're in the second area. This poor like bark beetle is still trying to like get away. He's covered up by the net, which is now looking like pretty flimsy. Like the handle starting to show cracks in the seam.
Should I just try and knock him out?
You definitely then you got to carry him, which could be done.
We got a heavy.
He's a hefty bark beetle, but yeah, okay. Give me a skirmish to try and knock him out.
All right. Give it a shot.
Doesn't have to be skirmish. There's another way you have of knocking him out.
I don't think so.
Yeah, just a suggestion. He's the most, but yeah, okay, go for it.
Hmm.
There could be, I mean, I don't know. You could like scare him into submission.
It's better for me to just straight up knock him out.
Okay.
I
go
at least
for it.
have a point in there. Just debating whether I want to add stress. Yeah, I think I'm also gonna trauma myself out. I think I might do unstable. Yeah. So I've got 1 trauma and I am now unstable. So 5 and a 1. I am not hearing Michael.
Hello?
There we go.
Oh, I think I might have switched my my mic off by mistake. I'll play around with it, but
All right.
we'll do it the old-fashioned way here.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. You successfully knock him out, but the bad news is it works a little bit too well. You give him the old smash on the head so hard that he drops, rolls through like the firing slit of this twig emplacement, rolls outside, and then like lands in the mud outside of No Bug's land.
Jeez.
So
Well-
he is now away from you. He is unconscious, but he might be waking up. I will also say at this point, further down the line, there are ants in another bunker, like further down the line from you, that have like gotten in there and are starting to like shoot at you guys. So splinter rifles start cracking. Splinters are being shot across through the darkness. These like nasty sharpened bullets of wood are like pinging and slashing all around your bunker. They haven't gotten any shots in just yet, but they definitely will shortly.
Oh, I don't want to.
So there's the stink bug in front of us, and then the other ants in the back. Or did we dispatch the stink bug?
The bombardier beetle is still behind you, but thankfully Sergeant Lucano like smashed up the stairwell, so like all this mud and dirt fell down, blocking the way. So the bombardier beetle can't get to you unless he like leaves and goes around, which he might, but you know it's a bit of a he bought himself a lot of time with that.
I
So we
mean,
can go up, right?
You guys can slip out, but then you'll be like out in the open.
Didn't you say
Which
there was
will
like
only
a
happen.
heavy artillery like right where the door opened?
Yeah, there is a gun. There is like a twig emplacement there you could take over and use.
Elmwood's gonna run over to that emplacement and slowly turn the gun towards the small squad of ants.
Was this a stealth mission? Seems as though we
we've gone
Well,
loud.
we seem to have blown our cover. I mean, you can't tell what I am. I could be a leaf. I'm just a leaf. You better believe it.
We're not exactly in leaf territory right now.
No,
You don't really
Uh,
blend in here, my lord.
no.
All we can do is try to
unfortunately
survive
not.
this.
In the mud, I am quite noticeable with my beautiful green foliage.
Yeah, that's nice. I'm just gonna run after our mission.
Oh, okay.
All right, you're dashing into the entrance. Okay, to use this twig emplacement, I'm gonna say, what do you think this would be? I could see a few things it could be.
Elmwood is not good at this, so
Is it shoot? Because
I would
It's
I would
probably
assume,
shoot.
yeah.
do you have any shoot and shoot, Alex?
I have no shoot.
I have
Oh.
one, but I can push myself to get another pip.
I have 2 in it. I don't mind
Yeah, do you
handling
want to
this.
pop over?
Yeah, I can take the gun in place if you guys want to get this person and get him into no man's land and start heading back. I can hold
Yeah,
on as best I can.
I'll take him into no man's land then.
Right, and I will follow. We-
All right, let's go.
all right, off we go. Good luck.
Yeah.
You'll be in my memoir.
Day's already been gone for a while. I was trying to see if I can get some maneuver to get to him.
Let's have Sergeant Lucano work that twig emplacement, and then we'll see if Day can, and then we'll see if see how the rest of you guys are doing.
I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Oof.
Was this desperate or is this
Yeah, this is definitely desperate.
yeah.
You load up the twig emplacement and like prepare to work the trigger and fire on it. Unfortunately, hey, Netzenheim makes some really good weapons, but like a lot of it's not the most reliable. It's it can be kind of delicate, requires a lot of like prior knowledge for them to work properly, which you like don't at this moment you don't have. So twig emplacement backfires.
Can I resist this?
Yes. Go ahead and further resist. It like explodes in front of you, kind of sending little like chunks of wood everywhere.
Um, I will burn my last script to this mission. Give myself the best chance as possible for 4 dice. To,
Okay.
not die. I rolled a 6.
Cool. Okay.
No stress from this one, no consequence. Or lesser consequences for that matter.
Right. I would say it's only going to be 1 level of harm.
Okay, that's gonna be a second level track for me then.
Okay. Yeah, you drop down. The worst of the explosion goes over you, but some does. You can put like shrapnel on back.
Wouldn't it be in the front if the gun misfired and jammed?
Oh yeah, the front.
This is a second level harm for me.
Yeah.
This is something serious.
Okay.
So I now have I believe I have a permanent -1 to all my rolls.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Give yourself experience though for that desperate roll though. Be sure to do that.
That's true.
So at least we got that going.
True.
All right. But you did buy some time. The rest of you guys have made it down to No Bugs Land, where the unconscious bark beetle prisoner is. Corporal Day, you want to do a maneuver to get to him?
Yes, I do.
Okay, go for it. Still desperate, so mark experience.
Okay. Prowess and yeah, well, no, I'm gonna push myself for a 3rd.
Yeah, this is the goal of the mission: is to get the prisoner back.
Yeah. 3 5s.
Okay, so the good news is you find him, and you rush over and get to him. The bad news is he is like stuck in the mud, on his back. He's unconscious, so his little legs won't be wiggling. But he's like stuck in the muck, and you will be able to get him out, but like it's gonna take a little bit of. You have to put your back into it.
All right, so I
bad
think
news.
as soon as I get it, I'm just like, Frostbait, give me a hand.
Elmwood Kane. I'll run up.
It was Kane. Sorry.
All good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna attempt just to rip him out of the mud there.
All right, go for it.
I want to assist.
Okay, your little delicate little leaf bug limbs pulling in the mud.
So is that an additional?
Oh, I assist by just giving him a pep talk of like, you can do it.
Jolly good job there.
Oh, jolly good show. I'm not. My hand. I've got gloves on. I'm not going to get them filthy in mud.
Jesus.
Is this an assist? Is that an additional dice?
Yeah.
Okay. 6. That is a crit.
Ooh. All right. Corporal Kane.
I was rolling a wreck for this, if that's okay.
Yeah, wreck's good. That makes sense for this. You're wrecking the mud around him.
Yeah.
So not only do you like successfully pull him out of the mud, but he regains consciousness at your strong yet gentle insect arms as you pull him up. And he looks at you and he is just so terrified. He actually does speak a little Hillish. So he's just looking up at you and he's like, What do you want?
Can I roll sway? I want to try to I will say that like I'm a nobleman. I know different languages. They taught me many things in boarding school. And I want to just try to chat with him. So he'll come with us easily.
Yeah.
So I get to roll 3 dice. Let's see. 2, 3. And that's a 6. So I'll be like, in his native language, like, it's all right. You're going to be just fine. We're not going to harm you. We're just here to take you to prison, and there you will live out the rest of your days.
Well,
what-
my lord, I think there's a bit of procedure about
Oh,
taking prisoners
yeah.
of war.
There you will be taken care of, and you shall not have to fight anymore because you'll be in a prison, which seems to be better than doing all of this in the, you could die at any day, but in a prison you'll be fine. So come with me. I rolled really good. Come on.
So he says, not in fight anymore.
Not in fight anymore. Just sit in jail and eat crumbs.
Ah, crumbs. Very good.
Crumbs.
Yes. And he seems like he's totally going to go with you now.
All right, and away we go. And that's, oh man, I love war. I was a little worried there because of seeing the ladybug's face melt off, but it seems like everything is fine.
All right. As you're saying that and start, now you got to make your way back. And as you start like hitting back through the mud, like alarms are going off on this side of the trench, and then you hear the buzz of wings as those fireflies start taking off. I mean, the darkness is your friend here because that means they can't see you and shoot you. But these fireflies are moving around, illuminating the mud, trying to like find you guys so they can take shots at you.
Yeah.
So you see these, almost unearthly like green yellow lights zooming through the darkness overhead.
Since we kind of already have our cover blown, can I hop into one of the sort of like craters and just like try to take some of those fireflies out with my machine gun and get away from the group before I
absolutely.
do this? Like, get out of the way and then fire, so it's kind of like drawing attention away from the main group.
Yeah. What do you think this would be?
Probably shoot. I'm trying to actually kill them.
Yeah, shoot sounds good. Go for it.
2 and a 5. I don't know what level this was.
Ooh. Well, let's see. I think you're moving back to controlled. I'm not controlled.
Risky.
Risky. Yes. Okay, so you do it. You successfully you get the twig emplacement ready. You just like fire up into the sky. A whole bunch of nasty splinter shards rip into one of the fireflies, and like the light winks out as you kill this firefly. However, you are firing. Your goal is to draw their attention, which is what you do. So a bunch of splinter rifles start being like aimed your direction, firing away. They can't quite see where you are, but like the air is filling up with
I'm in a desperate position.
with wood. Yes. I'm gonna say Tabitha Stinger actually like goes next to you and starts like she's like trying to keep her rifle low to hide the muzzle flash as best she can, but she is like firing back at them and seems to be at least trying to make them put their heads down. But she's like, Sergeant, I think it's time we got moving here.
You first. I will provide covering fire as best I can for her to move ahead, and then wait for her to start trying to fire back. So we'll kind of leapfrog back to formation as best as we can.
Okay. Yeah, you guys were able to kind of like, thanks to that sort of leapfrog maneuver, you guys were able to like make it back to the rest of the group, and all of you are together and sort of start heading back. I think it will take a group maneuver roll to get all the way back to the other side, though, and successfully get yourself through with the prisoner.
Who wants to take on the stress from all of this?
Yeah, who wants to be leading?
You know what? We can
Yes, I could.
I also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 stress that I can potentially take, so I'll lead.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Ooh, this way. I did pay for the highest job, whatever, but the highest rank. they when they said you can join the war, I said give me the best one so I can get the most medals, and they said this one, and that's why we're going this way. Okay.
Okay.
Paying for fucking ranks. Oh my god.
Oh, I mean, surely you paid to be here.
Nope. Earn my rank as I just go.
Earn.
Chose to be
I
here.
mean, I know what earning is when it comes to money. My family owns a Oreo cookie mine.
Digging
Oh
a
man,
hole.
that's lucrative. It's good money.
Highly
Digging,
lucrative.
digging a hole, my lord. Let's continue on.
Okay. People pay so much for the cream. All right, and we go. Everyone roll.
Everybody's rolling. So Corporal Day, how'd you do?
5 and a 1.
Okay, good. So you got a 5 so far. Sergeant Lucano.
I rolled a 5.
That's
Alright.
a 2 for Elmwood Kane.
Yeah, and a 3 for me.
Okay. Well, so only one stress that you take.
2.
Right.
2 stress, yeah, because you
Yeah.
and okay, yeah, 2 stress.
But overall, the action was a 5 results.
Yeah. Yeah, good success though. Which is, yeah, I would say you're still in the controlled situation here, or not controlled. This is risky for sure, as you're making your way back across No Bugs Land. All right, the complication occurs. So, as you start going, as you're like about halfway back, and you see your own lines, the problem is like, you're covered in mud. Your uniforms aren't visible. There was just a lot of gunfire, a lot of splinter fire woke up like everybody in the ranks, and now you guys are kind of charging out into the hillish lines. So when they see you guys coming, they think you're the enemy. So you see a bunch of like Hillington soldiers. It's those Stumpy and light infantry are like rising up, or like you see their rifles poking out of the trenches, ready to start shooting at you. So you'll be cut down by your own guys unless you can stop them.
Elmwood's
Okay. I think hold on. Let's have Corporal Day and then Vincent.
Yeah, I just want to use my scrounge ability to find us a safe and secure shelter.
Ooh, okay, love that. All right, yeah, go ahead and spend the scrounge. You need to, Ryan. You need to roll for that. I don't think you do roll
Nope.
for that one.
I just find it.
Ooh, nice. Okay, so I'm gonna say you guys, you point out a good shell hole. Everybody ducks in there, including the prisoner, and the first shots like go over your heads. Thankfully, not hitting anybody. All right, Evergreen.
All right. So I'm gonna use Sway to I'm gonna say there's like some sticks or something nearby, and I want to play one of our songs so that way they know that it's us.
Oh man. Okay, sounds good.
A Hillish battle song that everyone loves and knows. Maybe the Anthea Marching 2 by 2 Hurrah Hurrah or something.
Oh, that's their favorite song. Okay, let's see if that'll work.
I'll play that, and that is a 5.
Okay. Yeah, the firing stops, and you hear Captain Fruitley shouting out like, "Hurry, get in the lines!"
All right. Oh, jolly good. Let's go. Tut.
Okay. Everybody dashes inside. I think the stretcher bearers show up for Lucano and Private Cabbage.
Nope, I'm
All of them
fine.
away.
I'm just a bit of a thorax thing. It's fine. I'm just limping along.
Oh, Corporal Day. Yeah, you were wounded too, but I don't know if it was that. Was it? What? I'm not sure
It
what
was a
level
level 2,
was,
wasn't
but-
it?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, you can lay down the stretcher, or you can be the walking wounded.
My
All right,
clothes are
so-
filthy, muddy. I
Oh yeah, you're covered. Yeah, everything is. It's just
I
all
wasn't
mud.
harmed at all, but I'm just like, ugh. War.
Welcome to
War,
war, my
All right,
lord.
so, and Captain Evergreen, you and Kane, you guys bring the prisoner over to military intelligence. There is a large rhinoceros beetle sergeant who is sort of like outside, and he goes over and like, you know, when he sees you come with the prisoner, he is like, wait here, and then he goes inside and wakes up the head of military intelligence, Captain Lionel Little, who is this ant who comes out and greets you, and he's like, so I take it, judging by our beetle friend there, the mission was a success.
Oh, complete success. No, wait. One casualty.
And how many prisoners did you capture?
This fellow here.
And he like looks them over it.
He seems pretty smart.
Yes, I'm sure his head is full of secrets that we can share for everyone.
And he's like, so you woke up the entire Nessenheim line, lost one of your own soldiers, caused us no undue amount of stress in our line, giving away one of our positions, all for in exchange for one lowly infantry beetle. Is that correct?
Yes. But look at him. He's a beetle.
He gives like a little wave.
This one can play the accordion.
Splendid. Well, I shall we'll have him processed and interrogated about the enemy's strengths for what he cares to divulge. But in the meantime, it seems that the Greenleaf Guards have once again demonstrated a remarkable lack of ability.
Lack of are you saying we did not do a good job and getting a medal? Am I not getting a medal?
He's like, no, Captain, I dare say you will not be getting a medal.
My lord,
Now,
my lord, they give
Yes.
medals to people who do sacrifices. You see.
I sacrificed my good crops. Oh, this is too much, and I rush out of the room.
Captain Will just like glares at you, Corporal Kane. He's like, yes, you should be on your way as well.
Well, I was just following orders. I'll be off.
Yeah, so you head out, Sergeant Bludge, the huge rhinoceros beetle, kind of like glaring at you as you leave. All right, so despite what Captain Little said, mission success. Let's go over to have the quartermaster take care of some of those who didn't quite make it, or I mean, not take care of some of the damages done during our mission here.
Okay.
And we'll see.
so-
Yeah. So for your campaign actions based on morale, which
what
I
is
would
morale at
say
right now.
Yeah, what is our morale? Let's check with our marshal. Which I would say you guys started with like 3 morale, and we're at 4 right now because it was a successful mission.
We did lose somebody. One of our soldiers did die, so we actually lose one.
Oh, that is true. Yeah, so we're at 3.
Yes. Which
Okay.
means we generate no actions based on morale.
Ooh.
Generate no actions. Okay.
Okay, you could spend supply, however, to do that though.
Right. Okay. I feel like we should probably spend some supply to rest and recuperate at least.
Absolutely. Do you want to? Rest and recuperate's a good one. Each Legionnaire marks a tick in any harm row.
Yeah. Each legion marks a tick in any harm row. Once a row's rope healing ticks are full, erase the ticks and injuries in that row. If you wound a
Ooh, I don't
mercy,
think you guys have any mercies. I don't think you guys have any mercies just yet.
yeah,
I'll think of some insect equivalent for that one. It's a cool idea, a way to heal even faster.
yeah. I think mercies and alchemists I think are similar, just different types.
Right. Do you want to spend even more supply to boost it?
Let's see, how many? Okay, so I'm guessing the ticks are the boxes on the harm, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you look at your harm on the right side, there are those
Mhm.
1, 2, and 3 boxes.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, we got some really bad injuries, so yeah, let's do it. We'll bring it down.
All right,
bring
so
the
we're
supply
boosting
down
it.
to
We're marking
3.
2. All right, very good.
How much supply do we have total?
I think we started off with 5 and I just spent 2, I think. Was that right?
I believe
No,
so.
the
I
5
think,
was
yeah,
for
you-
material.
Oh, so I
It-
don't know if
it-
we ever established how much supply we had.
I mean, it's based
Ooh,
on
okay.
the first mission that we did.
Right. I would say you get. I would say you get 3 supply.
So
Should
was that
we-
before or
kind of-
after spending it?
Let's say this is before. So right now you have 1 supply.
Did you boost for rest and recuperation?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
so
why-
spending 2.
I'm not going to do it, but I would suggest maybe we do Liberty because we're all very stressed out. That's the only way to
Ooh.
lose stress.
Right.
One of the main ways to lose stress is through Liberty.
Right. Okay. So do you want to do? I know this is a tough decision. Do you want to do Liberty or do you want to do the rest and recuperation? You could spend supply to do both, I think,
Yeah.
and then you will get 0 supply. But then you can do a supply mission next time to get more.
Yeah, that's probably a better idea.
All right. Next time. So next time, just gotta remember, you gotta do a supply mission.
Yeah.
That does mean we get 2 more morale.
That's
Always
true.
good.
Yeah.
And cures that stress. Everybody gets to relax a little bit, which actually parlays pretty well into our next mission. I'll give a little bit of kind of preview with that at the end. Let's go ahead and do experience for our soldiers. So let's start with or Nick, are you ready? You're still we can get
Yeah,
back
I
to you
think
if you're
we're
still working on
Good.
Quartermaster business.
I think we're good.
Okay, so checking out the scout.
So
Let's see how our level ups are.
survived the mission, so that's 1. Helped the squad through stealth or foresight. Kind of, yeah.
I would say so, yeah.
So
I mean, did you get a trauma? You did. I don't know if you
I
played
did.
into it that.
I
Not sure if you
tried
were-
to. I am currently unstable now, so I don't know if
Ah,
my little
okay.
outbursts first on our
Oh yeah, you're right. Kind of like almost picking a fight with the commanding officer. Oof.
yeah.
Yeah, also you get one from there.
Okay.
And then per threat. I mean the highest one was at 2, which was the bombardier beetle and the fireflies.
Okay. So 5. I don't know. It's kind of hard to. I'm noticing that bringing in your heritage is hard. I mean, I think I kind of did because I was in my sort of outbursts with our new officer. I was like, no, I earned my shit. I didn't buy my way into things.
Oh, that's true. Kind of talking about your past of being like a thief.
Yeah.
Or earning it by stealing it. So yeah, I can see that.
Okay. So that brings it to 6.
Yeah. Okay, Patrick, our soldier.
Yes.
All right.
So, I obviously mark
Survive
one
the mission.
surviving the mission. If I help my squad with courage and determination,
Oh, I think so. Like,
definitely think so.
you know,
Yeah.
trying. Yeah, you rallied them. I mean, Georgie Speckles didn't make it, but hey, it's something.
That's gonna be a hard letter to
bronze
write
pl-
home.
Yeah. Brought into play your heritage or traumas.
Um,
I mean, you got a trauma. I'm not sure if your heritage. You weren't. You know,
I mean,
the revenge didn't come up too much. I think against the termites.
no, not specifically, but I mean, being an army ant is being a protector of other ants and other insects.
Okay.
The whole job is to make sure that the other workers aren't attacked.
Yeah, protected. And then a 2 per threat of the highest order.
Cool. Yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 experience.
I believe so. Okay, our officer.
Yes.
Find the officer
I
here.
the mission. I definitely was. I had a lot of strategic planning with bringing the net and then also getting the plans of the bunker.
Yeah, with the bomb. Yes, definitely got that.
And then I talked
Your
about my heritage a lot. That I am
Absolutely, being rich, a rich bug.
Rich man. And then I guess the threat was 2, so then that's 5 points.
Absolutely. All right, and then our heavy.
I survived the mission.
Mhm.
I think I helped my squad through Might or Fortitude.
Oh, definitely.
Okay. For my heritage, I have Artisan, which is I can have up to 4 rig. Can I call that being related to carrying all the shit?
Oh, I think so. You were doing a lot of the heavy lifting there.
Okay. And then per threat of the highest threat opponent on the team.
Yeah, that'd be a 2. The Bombardier Beetle and the Fireflies are both 2.
Okay, so that's 5.
All right. So next time, you know, everybody is enjoying a little bit of relaxation, and it works out because there is actually a wonderful new happening that occurs in a break in the fighting, because it is a special day in the Bloom household, the day when they take an old blanket and a whole bunch of food and go outside in their backyard and have a picnic. It's they do it about once a year. It is a huge holiday celebrated all across the backyard, and even in the middle of war, these bugs are still going to celebrate Picnic Day. So that's where we're going to end with that picnic blanket coming down for the next episode of World War Bug.
Oh, and then the pan out. Everybody setting up the picnic. Yeah, I could feel it. Barbecue's starting. Oh, it's gonna be good. Yeah.
Ants are sharpening their glass blades.
Right. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you for putting this together, Michael. This is amazing. Thanks for joining us. All of our guests, and well, we'll be here in 2 weeks anyways. You guys will be around. So, and they're old and new faces, and also check out some of this artwork that's going on in the background, and check out like the intro and the outro music.
Oh,
Just
yes,
check
I should
that
have said
stuff
Alex.
out.
Yes, we should have said Alex composed our wonderful theme song you heard at the beginning, and maybe at our outro too. So
Yeah, it's
huge,
very cool.
huge thanks to Alex making that amazing and ear catching brain worm of the Marching Bug song.
Yep.
I love it.
It's really good. It's very relative to what you guys are doing. So
Yeah.
thank you so much for that. I have to say, coming from a storyteller, and I know everybody else in here is a storyteller too, one of my favorite sayings that happened over this whole thing was when Michael said, "I gave this guy a name and everything."
Yeah, you guys-
it was like that
you were, man.
deflation. I was like, I made a backstory on this guy, and you just killed him right off the bat. So,
I
but
know.
but you know, we've all had that feeling as a storyteller and as a writer and stuff like that. So, thank you for that. Thank you for having that pure emotion. That was amazing. I felt that. So we'll be back in 2 weeks because we're gonna do, you know, in real life stuff, and we'll get the crew back together in a couple weeks. I think that comes down to what, the 15th, if I'm not mistaken. We'll be back on that date. So by yourselves, you should probably go out there and find some friends and pull up a chair and make
And
time to
time
tabletop.
Time to
Tabletop.
tabletop.
Otherwise, we'll see you in a couple weeks. Thanks, everyone.